Hello and welcome to the call. This is Vonda Downs and it is February 22nd. Thanks so much for joining us for our client retention call today. I'm very excited about the speakers that we're going to have on the call, the business owners that are going to be sharing some of their success stories in client retention and how they've used a system that's helped them to be able to automate it and plan it. So when you think about customer retention, I want to just start off the call here by giving you the definition. There's a lot in this definition to really get your minds thinking about client retention. What is client retention? It is the activity that a selling organization undertakes in order to reduce customer defections. Successful customer retention starts with the first contact an organization has with a customer and continues throughout the entire lifetime of a relationship. A customer's ability to attract and retain new customers is not only related to its product or services, but strongly related to the way it services its existing customers and the reputation it creates within and across the marketplace. So, a big part of client retention is taking care of the customers that you have and the reputation that you build, and that helps you to keep those customers not only for life, but also helps those customers to feel comfortable sending referrals your way. When they think about your service, your industry, your product, when someone asks them about it, a customer of theirs or a friend of theirs or a family member, who's the first person that comes to mind? And you want that person to be you. So I'm going to give you just a few facts about client retention and things to help you think about in your business. How are you doing in these areas? It's been found that generally speaking, a business makes 80% of its revenue from 20% of its customers. Therefore, it's essential that you at least become effective at that customer retention with the high revenue producing 20%, right? So one of the first questions to ask is, do you know who the 20% are in your business? And one of the things that, just a tip, is to have a list, have a group of who are your 20% that are bringing in 80% of your revenue. Those could be repeat business. It could be people sending you referrals, because you need to treat those people with a special care. You want to have relationships in place, and you want to be staying in touch and building those relationships and letting them know they're appreciated, and that's going to keep that business coming in. So first of all, make sure you go through your customer list and know who those 20% are. And then have that list of your 20% as well as have your other 80% of your customers in a separate group. You're going to stay in touch with them as well, and you're going to appreciate them as well. But there is a difference in the relationship that you want to really take care of the 20%, and you might be able to put more money towards staying in touch with that 20% because of how significant they are to your business. It's also estimated that it costs a business 6 to 7 times more money to acquire a new customer than it does to retain an existing one. So again, another reason to make your customers happy, appreciated, and keep them coming in instead of spending so much more money to bring in new business. So in client retention, it really is about customer relationship maintenance. It's really about keeping that relationship going. And when you do that for the long run, you produce loyalty with those customers and clients.
And my clients.
So a couple of things for you to think about. How much is a new customer or client worth to you? Calculate that number out for yourself. What is the lifetime value of that customer? So repeat business, having that customer for life, come up with that number. Numbers really don't lie. They help you to see the value of that customer. How will a continued customer benefit you in terms of repeat business, maybe even upsell revenue, as well as referrals that they're going to send your way? We have 10 tips on customer retention. I'm going to be sharing 5 of those with you today. You can get the complete information of this complete article by going later to downsteam.com. It is our team website, and we're always putting information here that help business people as well as individuals to really be able to stay in touch with their clients, or individuals who want to just build their relationships with friends and family. And so downsteam.com, you'll find a lot of great information there. When you go to the main menu, if you just scroll down to the bottom of the page, the last article, it says Customer Retention, 10 Essential Tips. You can click on that, and there's a full article that you'll be able to get a lot more information even than what we're just sharing with you on the call today. And so you're welcome to go and get that as well. If you find this webinar to be of value to you and you want to share it with a partner or someone else that you think could benefit from it, send them to this website. Within the next 24 hours, this call will be on our website under training.
They help you to see the value
training webinars.
How will it continue to
Hold on one second. I need to mute the line.
business, maybe even upsell revenue, as well as referrals that they're going to send your way. So you have 10 tips that customer retention.
You are now muted.
Okay, sorry about that. I was clicking the wrong number for the mute. So thanks. There was some background noise coming there. So anyway, you can go back and get this training right underneath the training on our website, and you'll just go to training webinars. There are also other calls on there. There's one specific to real estate. If you haven't been on that call with us, we have a recording there. We have some specific real estate campaigns that we share on that call. As well, we're going to be sharing some other types of campaigns on this call today. So first of all, let me give you a few tips, and then we're going to hear from a few business owners who actually put these things into practice. So tip number one, increase the frequency and regularity of customer touch. So simply just staying in touch more consistently with your customers will help keep you and your business top of mind. When they have that need, they're going to think of you. When a friend needs your product, they're going to think of you. So just having a plan in place in your business is going to have those frequent customer touches. Also, number two, make your marketing unique and memorable. We have a lot of information overload in our society today. This is the information age, and we all get way too many emails. So, how could you package your marketing in a more memorable way? Are you effectively branding yourself and your company, or do you just kind of blend in with everybody else? Differentiating yourself and your business is key. And as a quote from Brian Tracy, your company's most valuable asset is how it is known to its customers. So how do your customers think of you and your company? That's your most valuable asset. So when you're thinking about marketing, think about being unique and memorable, doing something a little different. And we're going to give you some ideas on how you can actually do that here in a moment. Tip three, keep your customers informed. Do you have a new product that's coming out or a new service? Are you offering them tips on how to use your product more effectively? Do you have a price cut coming out or a new incentive that you would like to let them know about? Are they aware of your customer loyalty program? Do you have an upcoming event that they may want to know about? So keeping in touch with them and keeping them informed will definitely bring more loyalty as well in that relationship. And another tip that I want to share is befriend your customers by getting personal. Now, we don't mean getting overly personal or too personal, not overstepping that line, but really creating a friendship. This is really huge. No one wants to be just another number, just another revenue stream. Remember that your clients and customers, remember them in a personal way, like remembering their birthday or during holidays or on a special date that applies to your type of business. So in those personal touches, so that it's really creating a relationship. You're remembering them on things, special days that are important to them. If you are a realtor, maybe it's remembering the anniversary of their new home that they purchased, that you helped them purchase. And those are different things that really do stand out. Take the time to get personal and express your honest appreciation for them. That's huge. Just a simple thank you card with a heartfelt message is huge for building that relationship. You always get back what you give. It's a principle that's true. Whatever you do in giving to your relationships will come back to you. And so building personal relationships with your customers can result in fierce loyalty and a steady stream of ongoing business referrals. So being personal, letting them get to know you a little bit as well as remembering the personal days in their life. And then lastly, send a gift and secure a second visit. Here's a tip where it's true that there's a huge drop-off between a customer's first and second visit in business. Getting them to come back just one more time is often the bridge towards a permanent relationship. So if you're in a type of business, and we're going to hear from a couple of these in a moment, where you have frequent visits, coming the first time, if you do something a little bit extra just right after that first visit and get them to come a second time, you get a way higher percentage of a permanent lifelong relationship. Is there a special something that you can send them, maybe a welcome kit or a gift basket, a coupon, or a small gift that just says, I appreciate you, thanks so much for visiting us? Those are huge to do after that first visit that will increase that lifelong revenue that's going to come into your business. So those are a few tips that we wanted to give you today I left off one of the most important ones. Let me give you one more. Implement faithful follow-up. If the average sale is made after the 7th contact, then why have you only contacted them 3 times? That's a good question, right, for a business person to ask themselves. We know that it's usually after the 7th contact. So if we're talking about a new prospect, how are you staying in touch? And are you making it a variety of different ways? For instance, if it's just email, that's going to be boring. They're going to delete it. They're going to get tired of getting too many emails. Is it, a phone call? Kind of mix it up. Send a card. Send a gift. Send a thank you. So send different things. Reach out several different ways, because it's after that 7th contact that you usually make the sale. So that is a very important piece. And when you get to faithful follow-up, you really want to have it automated to some extent. And excuse me, my webinar went on hold for a second. Sorry about that. Automate it or plan it so that it doesn't go by the wayside. Sometimes business professionals can do an excellent job at following up when they're not quite as busy. But then when that follow-up brings in the customers and they get busy, then the follow-up goes by the wayside. So if you have it automated, then you're going to be able to keep that follow-up consistent, and that is going to help you with bringing in customers consistently. So what I'd like to do now is have you hear from a couple of business owners who have done a really good job applying these tips that we're talking about today. They're going to actually share with you exactly how they've used the SendOutCards system to help them automate their follow-up, send out the heartfelt cards, a gift when appropriate, and getting that second visit in and getting that customer back multiple times. And so our first speaker I would like to introduce to you is Heather Chaplin, and she has a very successful business. She has a beautiful salon. And Heather, are you with us today? I know you had a pretty packed schedule, so either Heather or Sally is going to be speaking for us today.
Heather? Okay.
And she had a very packed schedule with her clients.
Yeah, she's planning to be on. So Heather, are you there yet? She should be any minute.
And what I can do is go ahead and have our next speaker speak first. I know she was going to be here at about 11:15, so maybe she's just running a little late. So let's go. Was that Sally?
Yes.
Okay, let's go ahead and go with Gail first, and then we'll come back to Heather. So Gail Keeler is our other second speaker today, and she has taught dance, actually has had a successful business. She's an amazing dancer herself and has had classes where she has taught and instructed dance classes. And so she's going to share with us a couple of the tips that she used when she was bringing in those customers. So Gail, are you there?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
I can. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. So, excuse me, I have to clear my throat here. As Vonda said, I was a dance teacher. I actually have been dancing for 54 years. So I was blessed in the last few years to be able to teach beginning jazz dance to women, adult women. And usually the age of the woman was 30 and older, and that just created a lot of fun. But as you can imagine, when you walk into a beginning dance class, you can have a little bit of, fear or, nerves or anxiety of some sort. So it was really important for me not only presently in the class to create an environment that felt really good, but to follow up with the people. And I found SendOutCards to be brilliant. So what I did was I created a campaign, and it was a 2-card campaign. And Vonda, I'm on your screen, but I'm not seeing anything.
Oh, let's just make sure. Okay, let's just make sure that we have.
Okay, the only thing I see is client retention, Vonda Downs, just, the blue. So anyway, I created a 2-card campaign, and the very first card, and I just literally did a postcard, was just this really funny figure, just to kind of catch their attention. And remember, this is a beginning jazz dance class for adult women. Obviously, if I was a mortgage broker, I wouldn't be sending a card like this. But again, what's great about SendOutCards is you have so many options in SendOutCards. You can choose various different ways to stay in touch with your clients. So I chose this postcard, and Vonda's going to pull it up here.
And do you see the screen now?
I do see it.
Okay, great. Sorry about that. Okay, here we are.
That's okay. Yeah, first dance class. So I created this 2-card campaign. So when someone came to my dance class, they had to sign a liability waiver. So within my liability waiver, what I did was I asked for their full address, zip code, everything, phone numbers, and tell me when, your birthday is. You don't have to give me your year, but tell me your birthday because I love celebrating birthdays. And everyone did it. So card number 1, if you want to click on that, Vonda, again, I just created a postcard, and it was, as you can see, this really funny figure, and on the front it would say, whoops, it would say, holy crap. When I found that in our catalog, I just couldn't stop laughing. And then just simply on the back, I just put, you were awesome in dance class. Loved having you. See you soon. And then as Vonda showed you, because I shared it with Vonda, my signature did not obviously get shared. So Vonda showed you that you can sign the card, which I had done in my own handwriting as well as what Vonda just did. But then what was really great is in this 2-card campaign is I could automatically set up card number 2 for their birthday. Now what I did yesterday or the day before when Vonda asked me about this, I decided, you know what, I'm going to make a new birthday card out of our new watercolor elements. So go ahead, Vonda. So I found this, beautiful picture of a plie in 5th position. And, this is more of a ballet dancer, but still, a dancer will appreciate this greatly. And so this is a template in our watercolor elements. And I just click on it, and then I threw this picture in that I had found on Facebook. And it says, today I set an intention to dance, sing, and celebrate this day. I just thought it was just a very cool thing for a birthday card. And then I opened it up and put in designed the card again. And then I just simply put, and today I celebrate you. Happy birthday. And then the system will put in their name. So if I was sending this to Kathy, it would say, happy birthday, Kathy. And I did sign it, but I signed it by that little figure on the bottom, that little splash figure all the way on the bottom. But again, my signature didn't come out because when you share a card, your signature doesn't go with it. But okay. And then
that's just from my system. I don't have Gail's signature in my system,
right.
But she has her signature
exactly.
on hers. Yeah.
Of course, yeah. And then the other thing that I did was, I want to tell you just a few things. When the person came to my first class, to their first class, I would immediately generate this campaign. And the postcard would go out, by the end of that day. So when they would come back the following week, they'd walk in the door and I would say, Kathy, so great to see you again. And I always got some type of response like, well, of course, that postcard was so much fun. Thank you so much. That really meant a lot to me. And so I would get immediate feedback that this is working. And to this day, even though unfortunately due to physical reasons, as you can tell, I'm over 55, I had to retire from dance. And to this day, I still send my dance students a birthday card, and I always get a wonderful response from them. So I'm really appreciative of this system. So the other thing that I wanted to show everyone is I created a Missing You card. Because, again, this is beginning dance for busy, adults. And sometimes they would start with a lot of, desire, and then they might get a little frustrated or time commitment, taking care of the kids or whatever it may be. But I always made sure if they missed a second class, because missing one class, that's okay. But if they missed 2 in a row, then I would send them this card. And I created a new one, again, just to kind of showcase our new watercolor element. So I took this photo from Facebook, and I just simply, as you can see, it's a bunch of women, a bunch of little girls dancing, and it just said "Miss You," and then on the back of the postcard, I just said, "And can't wait to dance with you again." And then I did sign it, but so. That's it.
Fantastic. Thank you, Gail. Yeah. Go ahead.
You know what? I just wrote down my note though that I did forget to tell you one thing, Vonda. That what was really cool is in one of the years I had my beginning jazz dance class for women. I had the opportunity to have them perform a piece. And so what I did was I added what's called a repertory class to my curriculum. And I had various different women sign up for it. And we got to perform. So a few weeks before the performance, I sent them a card, again, using SendOutCards. I created it as a campaign, and I sent them a card of inspiration. Because, again, some of these women had never been on stage and ever performed. So that's a big step to move forward with. So I sent them a card of inspiration, and they loved that. And then what I did was I sent another card after the performance, just congratulating them and telling them how, so unique and beautiful they are. And they really appreciated that. And I'm sorry, I just remembered that 5 minutes ago. I could have shared that with you, but I didn't remember, Vonda, so I apologize.
No, that is wonderful. I mean, I love the examples that you're sharing. And there are different types of businesses on the call. Obviously, you can take the ideas that Gail has applied to her business and really apply those to your own, but really heartfelt expressions really make a big difference, or I believe in you, or I miss you, or thank you. And so thank you so much for sharing those examples with us, Gail.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yes, thanks. And let's see if we have Heather or if we have Sally on the call.
I'm on the call, Heather.
Heather, welcome. We were trying to work around your very busy schedule, and I just wanted to introduce you, Heather, and have you share about your business. And I have your website up on the screen right now. And so tell us about just a little bit about yourself and how you have been staying in touch with your clients.
Well, thanks. My name is Heather Champlain. I've been in the hair world for about 30 years now. I joined SendOutCards about a year and a half ago. Slowly gotten myself organized. It took me a while. I have had quite a few clients, and I definitely wasn't organized with my addresses and all that kind of stuff. So Sally has helped me with getting that all a little more organized. And now we have some campaigns that we've started. Welcoming the new clients, and then who's ever referred them, we send out a card on that for referrals. And we've just started a birthday campaign, and we've also sent out postcards for new stylists when they've come over to let their clients know where they've moved to. And we've gotten some great responses. We send out discounts on most of those, I think all of them in fact, and just we're getting some really good feedbacks with they enjoy getting a card in their hand. They know that they're being thought of, that we appreciate them, that they've been thought of when they referred somebody over, so then they're more excited to bring another client over and talk about us more because they have something in hand that reminds them about sending them over. Is that what you're wanting to know? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Okay.
Thank you. And I didn't know if you or if Sally was going to actually walk us through your couple of campaigns.
I would bet that would be Sally.
Okay. So we've got the ones that you're actually sharing about, and we have those to show here on the webinar. So thanks so much for just letting us know your personal opinion and how it's worked for you. And I can let Sally take it over to actually show the details if you'd like.
That would be great.
Heather, thank
Okay,
you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Heather.
Sure. Thank you very much, and I appreciate it. And SendOutCards has been great. Thank you.
Give us the address for your salon, so there may be somebody in your area that would like to come and see
you. Absolutely. We're in Old Town Arvada, and our address is 7423 Grandview Avenue, and that's in Arvada, Colorado, 80002. We've been in business 13 years here.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Heather, for being on the call.
No worries. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Heather.
And Sally.
Thanks, Sally. Take care.
Okay. See you soon.
Okay. Bye now.
Bye-bye. You have her new, there you go, salon, new client. Okay, there you go. You can pull that one up. We've designed a different campaign for each season. So this is the new client campaign for the spring season, spring-summer season. That's just a stock card. I thought it looked springy and summery. And then the inside of the card, you can see, goes out practically the lady leaves the salon or the man leaves the salon, and they get this dear in their first name. Thank you for choosing Salon Heathers. We look forward to meeting all your hair care needs in the future. Of all the salon choices out there, we want you to know how grateful we are that you selected Salon Heathers. Bring this card with you when you visit us next, and you will receive 10% on one service and 20% off any product you purchase. Sincerely, Heather. So they get that probably within 3 to 4 days of their first visit. And she's had great response from these. All right?
Wonderful.
So that's their new, and of course we all know that there's thousands of salons to choose from. So she wanted to differentiate herself from all of those others. And we'll look at the referral. Do you have the referral, salon referral? Thank you. And this is huge. I happen to go to Heather to have my hair well, I guess I'll age myself, colored, yes, and cut. And she's awesome. I mean, there is no one like her, in my opinion. And I've referred several people to her. So when somebody refers somebody to her, they get this card, thank you for your kind referral. And then the inside says, such and dear so-and-so, thank you from all of us at Salon Heather's for your kind referral. Our clients are our best ambassadors, and we appreciate you. Bring this card with you when you visit us next, and you will receive 15% off your highest service. Thanks again. Sincerely, Salon Heather's. Okay, so that's for referrals. And then she just started, and I don't think I sent the birthday campaign, but all of the clients will be receiving a birthday card. And then she's hired a few new stylists. And Natalie just started last Saturday. And so we did a postcard campaign that just went out. And this is what it looks like. And Natalie came from another salon, and Natalie wanted her current clients to know where she now would hang her hat, so to speak. So this postcard went out. It says, Salon Heather's welcomes Natalie. That's a cool picture. You can see how cool Heather's salon is. And then the inside, there's Natalie. And it says, Salon Heather's is excited to have Natalie Saylor join the team, and we look forward to meeting all her clients in the near future. Bring this card with you, and you'll receive 15% off one service. We look forward to seeing you soon, Heather Champlain. So there you go. Personally, anyone in the service industry, anybody in the people industry, and that would quite frankly be all of us, whether you're in a profit or nonprofit, it doesn't matter. It's all about reaching out and extending kindness and generosity and letting people know that they matter. And Heather's doing that very, very well, and that's why she has such a strong following. Always really has, and now it's becoming even stronger because she's using SendOutCards.
Wonderful. Wow. Love her ideas and how you guys have worked together there. So thank you for sharing, Sally.
Absolutely.
And we're going to wrap up the call here with a couple of, yes, go ahead.
Vonda, this is Gail, and I just realized that we had talked about showing people how you can put a birthday campaign in, and we didn't exactly show that. But
yes,
you know how you set it up with birthday?
Right, right. With Gail, when she mentioned her campaign where I'm actually going to go ahead and show you guys a little bit of how-to, so I'll cover that. And,
okay, great.
So what Gail and Sally and Heather have shown you are their specific campaigns. So if you are new to SendOutCards, you may be thinking, okay, so how do I do that? And so I'll show you a few tips. First of all, if you already have a SendOutCards account, I want to point out the Help menu. And if you go to the Help menu and go and click on Tutorials, you'll see that there are multiple webinars or videos, webinars I guess if you want to call them. They're videos to watch here right on the site. There's a website overview, and if you scroll down you'll see more tutorials, and you'll see right here like how to create and send a campaign. So the things that Gail and Heather are using there, that's a campaign, what we call a campaign, where you create a card that you're going to use over and over again, or you can do a multiple card campaign where you can choose a series of cards and you just start it and it will automatically happen. So the example there that Gail gave you where when a new person would come in to take her dance class, she started the campaign, which was the first card about how wonderful they were in dance class, and then had automatically tagged with that it was going to send them a birthday card. So when you actually are creating that campaign, the very last page we'll show you in a second, you can prompt it to send on their birthday, which automatically mails it 7 days before their birthday. So this how to create and send a campaign it's a 5-minute video on exactly how to do that, how to import your contacts, how to do a video card. This is really nice because you can put a video right inside the card that could be you actually, talking and saying, thanks so much for coming and joining us. That really personalizes the cards as well. And then I'd really highly recommend watching How to Use Picture Plus 2.0. That really will give you some tips to how to upload your own pictures, how to create your own custom cards, the way that we've just now shown you examples of. So you can go through and watch those. They're anywhere from 2 to 7 minutes, so they're very quick to the point, and you can watch those. They're a great help. So if you are brand new, and maybe you're just getting onto the call today to check out the system, I want to show you very simply how to send a card. We've just been spending some time talking about campaigns, which are creating cards that will go out, again, over and over, or to, to a new client, so that could be to multiple people at different times. You also can use a system where you just want to send out one card for a particular reason. Maybe you find out a client is just got engaged, or just had their first baby, or had a grandbaby. There's different things that people will tell you even just as you're talking, whether it be over the phone or in an appointment, and you'll be able to act on those individual promptings that come along on a daily basis. You also can find out a lot of those on Facebook. People will tell you about the good things happening, and even the things that they want prayers for. Maybe someone is sick or in the hospital. And so you can respond with a heartfelt card. And you can do that one at a time. So you just go and log into your SendOutCards account. This is an online system where you have a username and password. So you just go to SendOutCards.com and log in with your username and password that was created when you set up your account. And then you are on your main menu, which is where I am now, and you can just click this shortcut here that says Create a Card. And we're just going to click on that. And you'll see over on the left-hand side, you see all kinds of categories, anything from birthday, and then even subcategories underneath that. Expressions, you'll have thank you. If you click thank you, you even have a thank you for the referral category. You also can go up and search if you have a particular type of card. Maybe you like butterflies or cars or flowers. You can put in a name and search, and it'll also bring up cards in the system because there are thousands of stock cards to choose from. There are also holidays, which is a key reason to use SendOutCards. Any holiday coming up, just being able to reach out to your clients with that, special, thinking of you is a great thing to add to your business plan. So we're going to go ahead and just go to expressions. We'll go ahead and click on thank you, and I'm going to go ahead and choose one of these, thank you for the referral. So we'll choose this card, and when you click on an image, it will make the card larger so you can see it. So you can click through a few until you find the one that you want, and then you can make any card into a postcard, a 2-panel card, a 3-panel card, or even a big card, which is an 8x11. That'd be a really big thank you that they receive in the mail. So we're going to go ahead and use the 2-panel card here. When I click on that Create a 2-panel card, it simply opens up my greeting card where you'll see this has a top and a bottom panel. So I'm going to click here to type message, where it says click here to type your message. It opens up a text box where you'll see a toolbar along the bottom. You can choose the font size that you want to type in. You can choose the font that you would like to use. There are multiple fonts to use on your cards, but one of my favorite things about the system is that you can get a handwriting font provided by SendOutCards. It's only $25 to purchase that. And you then fill out, you follow the instructions, fill out your handwriting, your letters, numbers, your signatures, and then you will mail that to the company and they will add your personal handwriting to the font selection. So I have my handwriting here. My husband has his as well. So when I click that, it's automatically going to use my handwriting in the card. I can also click Insert Name. Insert Name, this one. And when I click on that, you noticed in the campaigns that they had Dear First Name. You can put their name anywhere in the card just by clicking Insert Name, and you can put first name, first and spouse, last name, or spouse name anywhere in the card. Now, if you're just doing one card to one person right here, you can go ahead and, of course, type their name. So let's say, Dear Gail. So you just start typing your note, and here you'll see an example, and it just starts writing it out. And then I can add my signature by clicking Insert Signature, and I've submitted 4 different signatures because sometimes I sign first name, sometimes first and last, sometimes my husband and I sign together. So if you have a partner that you would both sign your signatures, you can add Don and Vonda that way. So you sign 4 different ways. You can also purchase additional signatures if you need more, if you have assistants or partners that you are working with in your business. And then you just simply click Continue. If you are going to customize with your own pictures, you'll notice is that there's a picture tab right here at the top left. When you click on that, there's a button that says Upload More Pictures. It's very simple. You click that, and it's just a browse button that you can upload anything off of your computer. Then you click Continue in the bottom right-hand corner, and the next page is the envelope. And so on the envelope, you're going to have your return address that's going to be the default on the envelope. And then you just put in the person's name and address here. Now, you also have a contact manager built into the system, so I'm going to click Choose from Contact Manager. And I am going to just search for the person. And you can put in their first and last name, just their first name, and then click Search, and it will bring up that person's name if they're in your Contact Manager, and click Choose Contact. It will fill in the blanks for you, so pretty simple. You can also send a card to multiple recipients as well if you're right now wanting to send one there and adding another name. Then you just simply click Continue in the bottom right-hand corner. And now 50% of the time our customers tell us that when they send a card, they also need to attach a gift. Maybe it's a thank you for the referral and you want to put in something with the card. Maybe it's for a niece or nephew or brother or sister that you want to send a gift to, or a holiday. So you can click on SOC Gifts and you'll see multiple categories. When you choose a category, you'll even see additional categories under there. One of our most popular gifts are the brownies, the SendOutCards brownies. People love these. You get the most comments. So you could send a little 2-pack of brownies for just a little bit of money. And that for that like second, when we were talking about the in between the first and the second visit, something like that. There's all kinds of choices, so you can look through all the choices. There are also gift cards. So if you wanted to put in a $5 Starbucks card or American Express, there are a list of businesses, lots to choose from. Then you just click Continue or Continue Without Gift if you're not putting in a gift. And the last page of the campaign, really, or the last page of before you send your card, this is just a confirmation page. And when you're sending it, it will default to immediate send time. But as we mentioned earlier, the birthday campaign, let's say you're creating a card in a campaign, you save it in a campaign, and you could just choose birthday right here, and then you go and you send that card to your client list. The system will automatically then send that card out 7 days before that person's birthday as you go through the year. So wonderful feature. I love that. It's a great benefit to be able to remember your clients' birthdays, and this completely automates it. You can send it for the whole year and not even worry about it, and just each year choose a different card, put a different message in, and start it for the next year. Or if you prefer, you want to pull them up once a month, you can do it that way too. If you leave it immediate, the card will be mailed the very next mailing day. So we mail out Monday through Friday, and if you're doing it today on Friday, this card will be in the mail Monday. So if you send it on a Thursday, it's in the mail on Friday. So it's in the mail the very next mailing day. And you just click Send Card, and then you get a message that says your card is on its way. So that's the system. Hopefully you picked up some great tips on how to use it in your business. If you do not currently have an account, I'd like to recommend that you talk with the person that invited you to the call. They may have given you a code to use. I'm also going to share with you how you can get some free campaigns here, so stay tuned here just for another couple of minutes. So when you go to SendOutCards.com, put a / and then put in the code that the person gave you that invited you to the call. And when you put that code in, it's going to take you to a page that looks like this with the person's name at the top that invited you to the call. And you can go down and click Join Now, and you'll see the different options. You can get started with a customer account with SendOutCards. It's absolutely free to get the system. All you do is put yourself on a subscription, or you can pay as you go, to get your cards or credits added to the system. If you do a monthly subscription, you do get a price break in the cost of your cards. It's absolutely a great choice because there's no contract. So literally you could go on either one of these monthly subscriptions and try it for a month. And if you decide you're not going to continue it, you can take yourself off of the monthly subscription and you don't lose the points here that you purchased. You have a whole year to use them. So you get more for your money if you just go ahead and start with one of the subscriptions, and you can use it month to month as you wish. If you don't use all of your points or credits one month, they bank and roll to the next. So the way that the points work is that if you send a postcard, that would take 1 point. If you send a 2-panel card, it's 2 points. A 3-panel card is 3 points. If you do customize the card with your own images or logos or elements in the system, that just adds 1 point to the overall cost of the card. It's not a point per picture, it's just 1 point, and you can customize it as much as you want. So if you do a $9.80 a month subscription, you receive 20 points. That would be 20 postcards or 10 greeting cards, or it could be a card with a box of brownies. So you also use your $9.80 for going towards gifts as well. So your points on a $9.80 subscription are 49 cents. If you want to be a preferred customer, you would put yourself on the $31 monthly subscription. Again, it banks and rolls if you don't use all of it, so you can accumulate them for bigger mailings next month or gifts. And you do not have a contract, so try it out for a month or two. Your points here are 31 cents. So that makes a regular 2-panel greeting card only 62 cents that you would pay at least $3 for if you went to the store. So any other system, even any other online system, is at least $2.50 for a card. So our prices are the best that you will find anywhere, and it's more convenient and less expensive. If you are a business person, you probably already have somewhat of an entrepreneur type perspective, as Gail and Heather both have. They use this in their business, but they've both gotten started with the marketing distributor account. This one-time $395, that's not a year, that's a one-time, and it gives you a lifetime account to then be able to, you can put yourself on the lowest monthly subscription to get the lowest price for your cards, but then SendOutCards will actually send you a check of 5% back on everything that you ever spend on the system. So in time, if you're sending out mailings to your customers, obviously you would end up saving money by saving an extra 5%, and this gives you a lifetime account. Now, not only that, but SendOutCards will give you a website landing page, and on the back of every card that you mail out will be that URL, and that URL will send anyone who wants to know how did you do this card. They look at the back, they go to that URL, and anyone who purchases product off of that, we will then, the company will pay you a percentage of all the cards and gifts that they send out as well. In fact, if you just have a few associates, business partners, or friends that would like to use this, if you just have 3 people on a $31 monthly subscription, you get 100 points for free every month. So you can actually have this system completely pay for itself, and that is a great option. A lot of businesses choose to take advantage of that. In the long run, it will give you the best price, and it will also pay for your cards and gifts. The more people you refer to the system, then the more money it pays you. So you also can create a side income stream. We have business people who are bringing in hundreds of dollars a month that actually not only pay for their send-out cards, but pay for additional marketing that they use in their business. And so why not have that revenue stream if you love it yourself and you're going to recommend it? All you have to do is invite them to a webinar like this, or have them go right to your website, the SendOutCards.com, and your code, and they actually can get started on anything. There's no inventory. It's just you getting them started, you referring it, telling them how it works for you. So that works out very nicely to help you get your system paid for, and it's only an upfront $395, and you can take advantage of those benefits for the rest of your life. That $395 also includes your first 100 points, so your monthly subscription doesn't start for a month after you get started because it gives you that 100 points to get you started so that you can start using the product right away. So to be able to get some free business campaigns, I would like to give you a website. The first thing that you need to do is get started on one of these accounts. You need to have a username, which is a number, and that's your whether you get a customer number or the marketing distributor number. Then you can go to SendOutCards.com, and you can go and log in. I'm going to actually log out of my account. So you'll click Log In. You will click, you'll put in username, and this is after you have your account, because this is just a place to be able to get the campaigns that we've shared today for free to try them out. And of course, you're not going to use them exactly, but if you want samples and then you want to be able to create your own, you can go here to take a look at those. So Downs, it's our last name, D-O-W-N-S, and then T-E-A-M, Downs Team. And then the password is Downs Team, and click Log In. And then simply go up to Cards and click Campaigns right underneath Cards. When you click on that, you will see a list of campaigns, and there are multiple campaigns here to choose from. The ones that we just highlighted on the call, those will be added right after the call, and they will be available for you to share with yourself until Sunday at midnight. So we've gotten permission from Gail and Heather to put those in for you guys so that you can take those ideas if you'd like them. And you also will see some other campaigns, Dave Beeson and more. These are real estate specific campaigns that you can take a look at, and you can go through and look at any of these. And if you like them and you want to use them as a template, or you want to use them and just add your personal information, that's what they're here for. Just go over and click on Share. When you click on Share, you put in your user ID number. So that's why you have to have an account first, so that you have an ID number to put there, and then you click Share Campaign, and what it will do is it will put this campaign right into your SendOutCards account, and you'll find those under Campaigns in your account. So do not edit anything in this sample account or add anything. We just want you to be able to share them with yourself so that then you can use them as you see fit. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the chat lines and just see if there are any questions that came up while we were doing the webinar. And I'll also open up the line. So if you do have a quick question to ask, you can do that. So hold on.
You are now unmuted.
All right. So if you are on the line, now your line has been unmuted. If you have any questions, does anyone have a question on any of the material that we shared with you today? All right, no questions. It doesn't look like we have any on the chat, so maybe we did a really good job of making it clear. So thank you so very much for being on the call. We appreciate all of you being on the call today. If you have any questions that come up, certainly get back to the person that invited you to the call, and I'm sure they'll be able to help you, and they'll be able to assist you in also getting your own account set up. So thanks for joining us, and the recording will be on downsteam.com within 24 hours if you'd like to go get access to that later. Thanks again, and have a wonderful day.
Thanks, Vonda.